Okay, guys, so I have a document to read. I just found this on his website. I don't know if this is new or not, but I just felt like it'd be funny to read. It says no correlation with the video. So hold on, let me move that. So let's see. Okay, I'm sorry. I have to get this position correctly. Um, let me turn my music down a little bit. I need to focus. The pro-furry statement. We the people believe that our founding fathers fought for this country so that we could live freely with our own lifestyles. It is our belief through the irresponsibility and laxity of our leaders, or to properly guide our society and morals and selflessness and brutes have risen to power. Now are trying to control and ultimately destroy our very lives. They consistently surround us and push the devil's will upon the people without ceasing trying to break us down and to mold us to their purpose. While weaponizing morals, logic, and religion against us, they try to force their ideologies onto us. They try to tell us what to do, what to think, what to feel, and how to live. Do not give yourself to these brutes, men who despise you and enslave you, who regiment your lives, who drill you, who diet you, treat you like a cattle, and use you to cannon fodder. You're fat. You are a cattle. Um, don't give yourself to these unnatural machine men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines, nor are you cattle. You are men. You're not a bad man. I'm not even gonna try calling you a man. I don't have the heart to call you man. You have the love of humanity in your heart. You do not hate. Well, you hate me for some reason. Why do you hate me? Only the unloved hate, and the unloved and the natural and unnatural. My bad. Let me take a quick sip of my drink real quick. Fight for freedom, not slavery. We, the pro-furry movement, embody the fighting spirit of our fathers, to push back against tyranny, and that is ceaselessly trying to lead us to a dark future, being slaves to ideal masters with one mindset, one worldview, and one religion. A future wherein every man, woman, and child must assimilate into their culture or face certain death. We the people are the spirit of 1776. We the people are the answer to 1984. God willing, we will prevail through our will to fight back through peace and lawful resistance to tyranny. In the name of democracy, let us it's AI generate. Okay. Introduction. The furry fandom is a vibrant community, quote unquote. What uncle would call you, my weird uncle would call you all Fruit Loops, but whatever. That has faced persistent scrutiny and criticism since its inception. This subculture emerged in the 1980s, catalyzed by a pivotal illustration from Steve Galassi's comic series Albedo, my bad. This artwork sparked a broader conversation about anthropomorphic animals within science fiction and fantasy genres, leading to the formation of a dedicated group of enthusiasts who celebrate the blending of human and animal traits in art and storytelling. Over the years, the furry community has evolved, encompassing a diverse array of interests, including art, literature, and role playing, while also grappling with societal perceptions and misconceptions that often paint it in a negative light. Despite these challenges, the fandom continues to thrive, fostering creativity and connection amongst its members. Okay? I guess it's decent. Okay. Please do not use Wikipedia as sources. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna look at these because they're freaking. What? I might have to read an entirely. Oh no, this is a YouTube video. Although the fandom has deeper roots going back to the 1970s and possibly further, it has no doubt evolved into a vibrant community of like-minded people who have contributed so much to society. Okay, watch this Be a Paper Hat Society video. What? Hold on. Look at this guy's channel. Huh. His channel's basically dead. That's cool. That's cool, I guess. But anyways, let's go back to the doc. I don't see what this has relevance to. I guess it speaks of the origins of anti-furries. But cool, I guess. In the years 2019 and 2020, a Russian individual named Joseph Skernov, who identified as a neo-Nazi, initiated formation of what would later be recognized as the anti-fur community. This movement gained notoriety primarily through the creation of the distinctive flag that has since been proliferated, okay, big boy word, across various corners of the internet. The flag, and okay, I'm gonna get some stuck up on some words. I don't read a lot, so emblematic of the community's ideologies became a symbol of their opposition to the furry community, in which they perceived as a target for the extremist views. Okay, Skurnov's actions were not only catalyzed the emergence of this controversial group, but also sparked significant discussions and debates surrounding online subcultures, hate groups, and the implications of such decisive ideologies in digital spaces. Okay. To many observers, the design in which may appear entirely novel and devoid of any connections to fascist ideologies. However, a closer look of its origins reveals it disturbingly to a 2016 hate group known as National Socialist Revolutionary Movement, a Russian neo-Nazi organization. Centralized to this group's identity is the Black Sun, a symbol that has become synonymous with neo-Nazi movements. Of course it is. It's the Black Sun. Ooh. I'm gonna turn up my music, hold on. This is gonna be a long read, isn't it? Only on 6 pages. I might sneeze. Sometime around the mid-2020s, a document known as the Anti-Furry Document was written by a user named Halo Guy. One of the people involved with the community, it claims to have everything that the people need to know about the furry fandom. However, upon examination of this document, it appears to be heavily riddled with conjectured and outdated statistics and social data. Not only this, but it greatly magnifies the bad occurrences in the community to brand the entire community as one collective of zoophilic pedophiles. I mean, you're a mixture of both ivy and paper. I might need to cut that out, whatever. This, however, seems to be a desperate attempt to sway public opinion towards what they've seen to deem the truth. More reliable sources, for example, groups like Fur Science, actually have done extensive social studies on the furry fandom and find the claims of anti-furries to be extremely low. Much more about the demographics and okay, I just see Nazi symbols. I'm sorry, chat. Exactly what the fandom is truly about is detailed in their book for Science, a decade of psychological research on the fur fandom. And then I just see like all of these Nazi symbols and they're getting compared to anti-furries. Okay. Let me see this. So this is the Virginia battle flag. And this is okay. Okay, that one's a little bad. Oh. That's the Nazi flag, and that's basically just the inverted one. I don't see any resemblance to these two. Now these two, I guess I can see it. This is darker though than this. Yeah, these two, I can't really defend that. Alongside with all of these are just this does not look good. Anti-furry claims, tactics, and hypocrisy. The biggest claim the anti-furry community ever made aside from the claims of furries being secretly pedophiles. Dude, you don't just call them weirdos, man. You don't need to be like, because you feel like pedophiles. You don't need to be that specific every time. As the bold claim to be working for the welfare of children across the web. This, however, is far from the truth, as anti-furries are not above terrorizing children if they show any support for the fur fandom, but also, as research tells us, many of their claims come from cherry-picked incidents within the fandom. That I call a community. I don't think it's a fandom. As it also turns out, the word rape is about half of their vocabulary. Well, that's just a bold claim. American fascism and the groomer panic. The most hypocritical about them is their statement. They have a full on like HR manager now. What? What do you mean by their statement? We are not there to spread hate and to bully those to their downfall, to help them see the wrong in what they're getting into, and to show them a brighter future that they can have if they simply see what they're becoming a part of. However, if we look all around the internet, mostly social media, spreading hate and bullying people in the furry fandom is exactly what we've been doing the entire time. Find more of these at anti-furry cringe. Another horrible source. Okay. Suicide threats to 15-year-old for being a furry is crazy. Oh hey, it's Crimson Fur. I don't know why I mentioned him, but that's cool, I guess. You can't threaten suicide. Only emos and goths can do that. Suicide threats? You're the one who's exposing sexual content with your gay boyfriend in a public server that's around minors. I don't do that anymore also because, okay, so this is just, okay, it's just him speaking. Sending gore the children, you belong in jail, my bad. Grooming children and supporting zoos, you belong in a mental asylum. I don't think these are good examples. I think these are horrible people. Don't get me wrong. I'm just gonna skim past these though because like half of these people are like, if not all of them, are controversial in and of themselves. Like I'm pretty sure Mr. Crimson Fur has a lot of drama. Ava Cat is like her boyfriend or girlfriend. I don't fucking know. Anyways, it's just them arguing. You got them so bad, congratulations. I might speak of Halo guy sooner or later. The ironic part of this incident is that Autistic Cyborg turned out to be a pedophile himself. Oh, that's not good, I guess. Oh, hey, it's Iraqi. Oh, wait, am I gonna be mentioned in this? Yo, I pray that I'm mentioned in this. I pray! Please! I beg and plead. Mention me. Muhammad was 40 and Aisha was 9. First, that was 1,000 years ago. Even before that, the Romans had something called pedestry. I'll look it up. Second, it's like black. Muhammad forced her to marry her. She consented to it. Okay. Times change. People change. And when people say that he raped her, it clearly didn't read the Al-Quran. Zina, the word for unlawful sexual action such as adultery and rape in the Quran prohibited it. There you babble about something that happened before your ancestors were you even born. Yet look at your precious European and American law where pedophiles get away for imprisoned for 5 months. You know, he has a good point there. I mean, like, they're censoring the Epstein docs, and this guy's like a huge right-winger, so good for paper. Well, poor person who stole food to get his family 20 years. Meanwhile, in modern Arabic countries where Sharia law is enforced, the law gets delivered where it's cruel to the criminal but comforting to the victim. Fifth, child marriages were common back in the era. Yeah, you have a point. Kararish, I'm not defending this, by the way. I'm just saying he has a point. Kararish did not oppose that marriage. Not even the enemies of Islam opposed that marriage. Why? It was a norm until their communities as well. Child marriages were also common in colonial America, medieval Europe, China, Arabia, no exception. Yeah, he has a point. And by the way, you don't need to be like, you don't have to follow this exact thing to be a part of a religion, so, nor do you have to believe in it. It's with the Jewish people and Jesus. So racism, phobias, and anti-Semitism. Oh boy, the prophet and oh hey, it's CEO of trolling. Random user. Well, I don't have any beef with any of these people. I forget them. It's just them showing screenshots. As ironic as it might sound, anti-furries are notorious for displaying hateful behavior, just as the Third Reich did in Nazi Germany. What? Well, that's a bizarre comparison. Just faggots as praise. Okay. Well, it's not good. The Jewish ASMR? What? I'm sorry. It's just, this is edgy. This is really edgy. Okay. Half of these are just, okay. So this defends you posting porn on your YouTube channel? Okay. I don't like anti-furries. Gaslighting. Some of the excuses that anti-furries will make are, not all of them, but are the same. Not antis are blank, bruh. However, this attempt to get themselves off the hook by telling people that they have it all wrong about them could not be further from the truth, as their erratic and repeated behavior tells a completely different story. Silence does not equal support. As true as it might sound, the opposite is the exact same as they accuse furries of it. It only applies to someone that isn't a furry. We don't support affiliate with blank. More denial. This is instance of deflecting and blame guilt. Do your own damn research. Okay. Your research. I'm sorry, paper, but your research is literally like first. Or no, not first science. First science is a decent source, I guess. It's just a little biased in my opinion. But your sources are like freaking r/anti-furries and wikis. You know, wikis can be changed at any time and edited to anybody's like leverage. All right. It's coming from the exact people that got into a democratic-ish frantic whenever they find at least one piece of evidence they could use against their enemies. They do not, nor will they ever look beyond the surface of their opposition. I mean, I dug into you pretty well, I think, buddy. I say nudgingly. You call us Nazis when blank. Again, this is a desperate attempt to turn the conversation to one point at their opposition. Plus, the way it makes their skin crawl whenever they're called, it might suggest that it is true. Hey, paper, my buddy. Hey, remember when you said times change, people change? Does that not sound like deflection? I'm sorry, man, but like it's kind of hypocritical. Doxing. The biggest example of anti-furry shooting themselves in the foot and cementing their reputation as neo-Nazis is the fact that they cannot take anybody's criticisms against them. Neither can you! They have to dox people to feel the best about themselves because they appear to take great pleasure in silencing their opponents and causing them anguish. That's literally what you're trying to do to me! If you look up sites that host doxes, you'll find many furry entries. They cannot take any amount of criticism whatsoever. Hacking. One of the most notorious things that anti-furries have done is the fact that they can't leave any of their opposition to live on their own lives. So they resort to hacking their opponents' websites and making changes to suit their interest. For example, there was in 2024 for Affinity Hack, which Kiwi Farms had no affiliation with. But that yet again is quite suspect as per. Okay, what does this have to do with anti-furries? Aside from Kiwi Farms, anti-furries are known to back some of the shadiest websites like 4chan. Yo, I wouldn't mess with 4chan, man. Which is known to harbor all of humanity's scum, including the hosting of CP. I suppose you have a point. Terrorism. Furries have demonstrated the capacity of engaging in acts of terrorism. This is evident by the involvement in documented incidents targeting the furry community, and most notably the highly publicized 2014 chlorine gas attack that took place at Midwest Fur Fest. Oak Raid Resistance is one group that has shown up to furry convictions with firearms. Oh wow. Now ask yourself this: are these the kind of people you want your children to be around? You want them to be teaching your kids to hate everyone that isn't white, male, straight, and/or Christian, teaching them that violence is the only answer to all problems. I certainly wouldn't want my children to be learning from them. Neither would I want my children to be learning from furries. I feel as if both of the communities are more negative than good. I do not believe children, young children, should be in the furry community. I'm sorry. They can have some of the interests. They can have like hobbies of like drawing or, I don't know, like watching furry content creators. But I wouldn't allow them to have any contact with these individuals or interact with the community until they're much older. The mission of pro furry movement. Our cause is not to overcome this online menace through violence or hate spreading. Actually, yes, it is. You literally posted my dogs. Oh wait, I'm gonna have to cut that out. You literally posted a very, very bad thing of mine. That would make you look very bad in your server, and to everybody. And I'm utterly appalled. And you also try to silence me by taking my videos down. Be peaceful and okay. Whoa. Our cause is to achieve victory and solidarity through the furry fandom and society through peaceful and lawful resistance to tyranny. It says different to your your unlawful strike on my YouTube channel for exposing you. It just sounds like you would have silenced me. Our cause is much of the pro furry community is built upon patriot grassroots ideals and faith in the original goal of our founding fathers passed down to us. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men can be created equally. Deep. And he posts the freaking Congress. Oh my god. Our mission is to champion the cause of the furry fandom, affirming the inherent value of diversity and positive connections to society. Our contributions to society. We are committed to achieving widespread social acceptance and understanding for all furries through unwavering dedication to peace and lawful action. You have not been lawful with me, man. I'm sorry. We will dismantle prejudice with truth, counter hate with community, and demonstrate that the spirit of creativity, self-expression, and fellowship, which defines the fandom, is a vital, cherished part of a furry, diverse community or society. We strive to create a world where every furry can live openly and proudly without fear and discrimination of tyranny. We have a dream that, oh my god, you did the Martin Luther King Jr. thing. A dream that one day furries and anti-furries will set aside their differences and sit down at the table of brotherhood and build a new world based on love and tolerance. Excuse me? Okay. Miscellaneous instances and imagery. I'm nasally right now. Okay. God, anti-furry is always better. It's a freaking Nazi image. You know what? Good for y'all. Good for y'all. Good news, my exams are almost over. Hey, where am I at? Beholding the urge to say Allah in a very controversial word. Allahu Akbar means love God. When I say Allahu Akbar, that means I love God. Okay. Also, when was the screenshot taken? 2024? You know, Ant is a completely different person than he was back then, right? He's grown up so much more as a person. I'm not even involved with this. What is this? I don't know who these guys are. $24 down the drain. How do you feel about the Mexicans? Oh god. Far-right anonymous message boards have been led misinformation campaigns to associate pedophiles with the LGBTQ community. The LGBTQ community doesn't have anything to do with furries. I'm sorry, man. Okay. Whoa, hey. That's not cool. That's not cool. Whoa. I'm not taking any of this seriously because this guy Paper is a horrible person himself. I'm not sure what account he's in on this account. Here's the thing. Yet again, these are from early 2024, so these are really, really outdated. So I'm just gonna skip past. Okay, so he shows all of this. Former furry and anti-furry here. You enter an anti-furry server for the first time, and it's just the freaking, and it's just a Nazi. Okay. Okay, so I'm not brought up at all on this. That's a pretty interesting document, gotta say. He had some good points, I suppose, but most of them were just dog shit. I mean, like, I could joke about these with my friends, garbage. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I hope I'll see y'all guys soon when the video drops. Anyways, peace.